today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Throwing to start the drive. Ball. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try and run the option left side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Erickson now to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Sliding out of the pocket. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's got room. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 59 yards. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jackson now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Here comes Erickson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Jackson from the shotgun. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. Following the fumble recovery, Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route.
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed, indeed. Now, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
It'll be a gain of 5, 3rd and 7 now. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. "54-yard punt, 13 on the return, nets him 40. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's a give. Lewis running left. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson, 51 yards. And the Commanders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's up to the 20.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as
as they just add to their totals.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot for Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
So a